Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my new series Ground, Expand, Inspire. My name is Elena, and I made this little series for everyone who is feeling stressed out or stuck in life and needs a little impulse to collect themselves back together and then get a nudge in the right direction forward. So if you haven't already, check out the first video of the series. It's called Ground, which gives you a nice grounding practice to calm the nervous system down. And also, if you are interested in learning a little more about how to use yoga in order to regulate your nervous system and become more stress resilient on the long run, I invite you to check out the link below, which is linked to my free workshop that I made about the 3 steps you need to go in order to achieve this. All right, on to today's practice. Today's practice is called Expand. It's the second part of the series. So after we have hit pause for a moment, after we have grounded and calmed the nervous system, which is always the foundation for whatever else we want to do, today's practice is to, like the title says, expand ourselves. What does that mean? It means whenever we want to find a new direction in life, and especially when it relates to stress and feeling stuck, the normal attitude that we automatically start to take is one of kind of restriction and compression. So it's a very normal reflex that we do whenever we don't feel safe, whenever we feel like we are in danger, even if it's just this imagined danger of worry, we tend to tighten the muscles, especially the ones in the front. So in this series today, we will work on opening the front side of the body. We call it the superficial front line that is also connected to your nervous system, and will give you a new feeling of confidence and of capability to move forward and be a little bolder in life again and let the new ideas, inspiration hit you. All right, so no props needed at all. You just need a yoga mat and comfortable clothes to wear and yourself. So I meet you on the mat. All right, we'll start our practice on hands and knees in a tabletop position. And I want to use this first moments of class to directly jump in with connecting the breath and the movement. So you have heard that the breath has a very strong effect on whatever we are feeling, however we are experiencing the body. So for this practice, I suggest we focus on establishing an even in and exhale. So I will give you a little bit of a count for the first movement practices, and then later on in the practice you can adapt it to your own. Okay, so we'll start by finding a long spine. Just for a moment, relax the belly. So this is your volume that you have for the breath to stream in a moment. And now we'll start our deep belly breathing. Okay, as we have done in the first session 2, we'll just take the breaths deeply into the chest and then from the chest in the belly, so that you will find a little bit of expansion already in the belly button whenever you breathe in. And when you breathe out, we'll start to draw the navel in slightly back to the spine and kind of squeeze the air out. Good. We'll just do these 2 movements for a moment. We'll synchronize it together. So wherever you are, find your exhale. And we'll start with the next inhale on 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, navel in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, squeeze it out. 3, 2, 1. Once again, just inhaling. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. We'll combine it with cat and cows now. So with the next time you inhale, you drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And exhale, you draw the navel in around the spine and come to your cat. With the count, slowly inhale, back bend. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, round. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, drop. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, round. 3, 2, 1. Twice more. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, round. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Keep the breath going as it is. Find your own rhythm. Just walk the hands a little bit more in front of you. Ground through the fingertips. Make a nice connection for yourself. We have taken this from the grounding practice of part 1 already. So connect the hands to the ground. Ground the toes into the mat as well. And from here, we'll start to extend the lower and upper back. So you push yourself back into the feet until you feel the knees lifting. And then keeping the attention at the shoulder blades, you'll start to pull the shoulder blades away from the ears. And then from there, take the attention up the spine, pull the middle back away from the shoulders. And then from there into the hips, pull the hips away from the middle back. So we'll find the longest spine possible. Keeping the knees bent, don't worry about having them straight at all. It's all about the back muscles, the expansion of this upper body. Good. Once you have found the longest position here, I invite you to just check into the neck again, making sure you're not holding any kind of tension here. Shaking it out. Yes and no. If you're feeling stressed, that is a very good practice to do, just shaking the shoulders, shaking the neck, because this is also a place we store a lot of stress, a lot of worries, a lot of tension. Let's connect to the breath. One more here. And then we'll make our way to the top of the mat. Bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward where you want to go, and you just walk the feet in. Simple as it is, one step at a time. Shifting the weight into the hands for the moment, then connecting the feet under the hips. Bend the knees, relax down. Short moment of dangle. So this is your safe position. And now from here we will start to slowly expand a little bit out of the comfort zone to find the confidence back. So from the feet we'll roll up into standing. Step number 1, find our strong, stable stance. Up through the crown of the head. You can roll the shoulders up towards the ears, then back and down. Hands by your side, thumbs slightly back. So this is already a little bit of an expansion for the front side of the body. So we're not exaggerating here, we're just slightly lifting the chest bone up away from the hips. And at the same time you push the sit bones down towards the mat. So you notice we'll create 2 different directions for the body. And in between, we are already making a little more space. Wonderful. Let's collect the breath. Deep inhale through the nose in your own rhythm. Deep exhale through the nose. Slightly pull the navel in, and we'll just collect the arms with next inhale. Moving up over the sides until you have them over the head. And we'll start with easy side bend. So exhale, you bend over to the right, pushing the left foot to the mat. Easy back to center, slowly inhaling, neutralizing, and then swaying over to the left on the exhale. Once again, inhale to center. Exhale to the right, like a tree in the wind. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Right, let's touch base again. Inhale back to center, lengthen, and then soft back to your comfort zone, lengthening towards the back, towards the mat, relaxing the head. Take a halfway lift on your inhale. With your exhale, you step both feet back to your downward facing dog. Let's just flow through a simple vinyasa. So with your inhale, let's roll over the toes, find the shoulders over the wrists. And then draw the navel in for the exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows close to the body and come onto the belly. Let's rise for just one inhale, opening the chest. This is a safe expansion from the ground up. Exhale, back down. And then tuck the toes again. Next time you inhale, back onto the hands, onto the knees. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good. Let's move on a little bit. With the next inhale, we'll lift the right leg up behind you. Don't throw it up there, just lift it with strength. With the exhale, you pull the right knee forward into the chest. So we hug it in. First we'll close the space below us, and then we'll just drop the knee under us, underneath the hip. Walk the right hand forward a little bit underneath the shoulder, turn the left toes in, and we'll make a bit of space in the shoulder now, rotating, coming into the shoulder mobility. So the left hand will be reaching up towards the sky, the ceiling, wherever you are. Keep on pushing the foot down, keep on holding the fingers to the ground, and we'll just circle this top arm to get a bit of space there. So with your next inhale, you'll move the hand over your head until you find a stretch in the left side body, and then you just turn it down with the exhale and pull it back behind. Again, make space with the inhale. We're opening up this heart space to the left. Exhale, back down. Good. One more time. Inhale to roll it up. Exhale to roll it down. Take the hand back to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee and step it back to down dog. We'll move straight into the other side. Easy movements. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Take your time. Take it slow. Exhale, knee to nose, round. First we close the gap, give a little strength into the core, and then drop the knee down, relax and ease. Left hand under the shoulder, right toes 90 degrees out, and then the right hand lifts. If this is really wobbly, I can show you on this side, you can just put the foot out behind you like a kickstand. Good. Finding length between the collarbones, finding stability through the floor, and then with your next inhale, you take the hands up and over to stretch the right side, and then exhale, move it down and back. Once again, inhale, slowly following the breath with the arm. Exhale, moving down. One more time, inhale, circling back, easy shoulder rolls. And with the next breath out, you connect the hand back to the mat, turn back forward, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step back to downward facing dog. With your next breath in, you just lift both heels off the ground, come high to the toes again. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, ground the mat with the fingertips, and then walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. From here, we take the next breath in to expand the chest forward, stretch through the spine, find a little bit of length. And then exhale, soften back down. Next time you breathe in, we'll come up all the way. Long inhale, hands over the side, reaching up, finding a long attitude to the top. And then open back out to the side. Good. Second round, little variation. Inhale again, we're making space with the arms. Open the heart, getting wide. Side bend starting to the left this time. If you want, you can grab the opposite elbow just for a little bit of support to bend. Inhale back to center, release. Exhale, grab the left ribs, pull it to the right. Inhale back to center again. Exhale, release through the middle, soften the knees, close the gap between belly and thighs, comfort zone. Expand from here, halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, this time we step the left foot back directly behind us, toes to the side, open for warrior two stance, and then the left arm leads. Long inhale to rise all the way up. Good, similar to the grounding sequence, just this time we'll give it a lot more movement and a few more expansions from the core. So keeping the navel in, we'll slightly just pull the navel towards the spine. And then with your next inhale, we'll flip the palms. Take a breath in to slowly stretch through the legs. Take the hands up and over. You can lift up towards the thumbs touching. And then with the exhale, you keep the palm facing up. Bend the elbows a little bit and come back to your warrior. Slowly inhaling to stretch, finding the expansion through the whole body. Exhale to bend. Good. One more time. Inhale to stretch it up. Keep the legs straight this time. Exhale, keep the palms facing upward, facing over to the right hand. Pull the right hand forward. We go for Trikonasana variation. Just connect the right hand towards the inside of the leg. Left hand straight away reaches over your head. Good. Now we have a little bit of a corkscrew action through the left shoulder. So every time you're inhaling, you'll roll the left shoulder back a little bit as if you wanted to open towards the sky, which is what you actually do. You can even look up. And then with the exhale, you close it again and look down towards the right toes. 2 more times. Slowly inhaling, opening, don't force it. See how far this range of motion is going for you today. Exhale back down, and then one more time, inhaling to move it up. Excuse me. Exhale to move it down. Good. Look down towards the front foot, bend the knee. Next time you inhale, you take your way all the way up into your reverse warrior, right side stretching. And straight away we take the exhale to lean forward, not even touching the leg. We'll just hug the other side of the side body. Inhale, let's lean back. Peaceful warrior. Right arm is extending, armpit is getting expanded. Exhale, side angle towards the front. Reach the left hand up and over. Last time, reaching back. Long inhale. Take your time, finding this expansion in the right, and then we'll windmill the hands down with the exhale. Lift the back heel, connect the left hand to the mat, and straight away lift up the right arm into a little twist. Stay here for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Next time you breathe in, you just look down towards the front, and with the exhale, drop the hand, step the left foot forward into your fold. Wonderful. Let's do all of that on the other side. Slowly inhale again, expanding, resetting from point 0. Exhale, reconnect. Next time you inhale, halfway up, you step the right foot back behind you, right toes to the side. Warrior 2 stance, right arm leads, inhaling, coming all the way up, windmilling the hands into a T shape. Collect the feet nicely wide apart underneath you so you can spread the mat apart. Watch the front fingertips. You can already flip open the palm. You will notice that having the palm open like this will give you a little drop in the shoulders and maybe a little lift in the collarbones. This is what we're looking for. Let the air stream in. With the next inhale, all the way into the belly while you stretch the leg and lift the arms up. Maybe you want to lift the gaze. And then exhale, easy back down, soft elbows, bend into the front knee. Twice more. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, bending back down. And one more time, inhaling, reaching up. This time we keep the left leg straight. Exhale, just the arms back to shoulder height. Look over the front finger. Lift up through the chest. Move yourself forward until you find the stretch in the left backside of the leg, and then you just drop the upper arm. Notice I'm not crunching down in order to get the mat. I want to keep this left side as long as possible while I find the extension in the right. So the right arm goes over your head, stretches up towards the front of the mat. Little wing opening movements now. So with the next inhale, you can slightly bend the elbow. Move the elbow up. Look under the right armpit. Open the shoulder. And then exhale back down. Talking about safe expansion here, right? So we're trying, repeat these movements. We are trying to find the stability first, and then we're just isolating little expansion spots in the body so that we can open with trust. We can open with confidence. Take the gaze back down. We're done here. Next time you inhale, you make your way all the way back up. Bend the front foot. Take the left hand behind you. And we're going for this little side bends dances. With the next breath out, you lean forward, connect the left hand to the opposite waist and the right hand up and over. Inhale, push with the foot so you can lift yourself up. Keep it easy. Exhaling, leaning forward. And the last time, slowly inhaling, reaching up. Make it the nicest one, getting all the length you can in this left side. And then with the exhale, windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, connect the right hand with the mat and the left hand towards the sky. Sky or ceiling, doesn't matter what there is. You reach the fingertips above as if you wanted to reach the moon. Find space between the collarbones. And then with your next breath, you look down, drop the left hand and step forward to meet the right in your fold. Good. Let's give this a halfway lift on the inhale again, just to neutralize. Exhale, back down. Let's rise back to the top. So from the bottom, we're already warmed up a bit, so you can give a little bit more length into the front side, really lifting up through the chest, letting the feet wander hip distance apart, because this time we use the elbows to create even more space. So bend the elbows this time, draw them back, move them a little bit behind the ears, and now start to push the chest up while the elbows draw down. Find these little opposite directions that create this active stretching in the chest. Now we're not losing our integrity, so we will not allow the lower back to collapse, because we will keep the navel slightly pulled in. So we're strong but open. One more breath here in this cactus. And let's come back to a neutral spine with the next inhale, kind of bringing the hands back in front of you, reaching up, and then coming back to your safe forward fold on the exhale with your soft knees. Slowly inhale to reach up through the chest. Slow exhale, once again the left foot steps back behind. Keep the fingers to the mat. We'll give a little bit of expansion into the backside of the legs. Now let's work through the body systematically. So with your inhale, I invite you to just drop the left hip a little more, so you find even more stretch expansion in the chest. And then you keep this expansion, and with the breath out, you just push into the right foot and lift the right hip away from the right heel. Doesn't have to be straight, it's just the direction. And then we ease it back in with the inhale, again pushing the left hip down, finding this little leverage to lift the chest. And then exhale, pushing through the right foot to lift through the right hip. Once again, inhale to bend and lift. Exhale to push and stretch. We'll make our way up from here. Next time you inhale, you bend into the front knee, get light into the fingertips. So you can use your next breath to bend this back knee and take the hands up and over your head. Good, I think we're ready to get a little more open in this chest area and take our first flight for the day or for this session. So with your next breath in, again, pull the navel in to the spine to get stable. With your breath out, this time you take the hands behind the lower back. Interlace all 10 fingers. Squeeze the palm together. Give yourself a little pull away from the lower back. You keep breathing, just keep the breath nice and smooth. And then slowly from the stability of the core, you start to pull the navel in, lean forward into the front foot, spread the toes wide. Take the weight into the front foot, and once you're ready, you start to push the foot away and lift the back leg behind you. No matter how high it goes, I want you to focus on this distance between the heel and the hip. Good, so the heel is stretching away from the hip. Once you have that in place, we'll focus on pulling the chest away from the hip. So we have all the directions, and between we're spanning the body. One more breath to go. And then slowly release the hands, bend the standing knee, and safely land the leg down. Let's relax all the way. Relax the chest, relax the neck for a moment. We have another side to go, so make sure you release any kind of tension that you can, that you might have built up through this balancing. Next time you inhale, you come halfway up again, getting ready for the other side. Exhale, weight into the left foot, step the right foot back behind you. Low lunge. Inhale here, keep the fingers connected, drop the right hip, just open the chest. And again, we'll find expansion in the backside of the left leg by pushing the foot down with the exhale, pulling the navel and moving the hips away from the heels. Good. Slowly inhaling to move it back. Exhale to push it up. One more time. Inhale to lengthen through the front. Exhale to lengthen through the back. Getting ready to lift up. Next time you inhale, you let the back knee bend a little bit. Lift the chest coming off the fingers. Draw the navel in on the exhale. Prepare for the rise, and then take the hands to lift you up. On an inhale, smoothly following the breath all the way up and landing in your high lunge. Collect yourself here, letting the breath flow, especially when we go into the balance pose now. To prepare, let's inhaling, just lift the chest up a little more, pull the navel in, don't collapse in the lower back. And then exhale, find the hands behind the back. Take the other grip, the one that feels a little weird, okay? Staying here for 1 or 2 breaths, pulling the palms together, chest is lifting, shoulders are squeezing, legs are super strong. Now you can already lift the front toes, left toes, finding a spread in the toes, putting them back down. And then with your next breath, you pull the navel in, you pull yourself forward using the strength of the leg muscles to get the weight into this foot. And then with confidence, you push the right foot away. So you're not flinging it around, you're pushing it straight behind you, because we want to find this expansion at the back side of the body. Heel is pulling away from the hip, chest is pulling away from the hip. So you're pulling in all directions while this left foot is keeping you grounded. See, this is why the grounding is so important for the expansion. Soften the face, keep on breathing. 1 more breath. And then relax the hands, bend the knees, and bring the right foot next to the left. Relax the upper body. Well done. Giving yourself a little bit of a shake. Good. So now we have expanded the front side of the body a little bit. We'll end in a stable position. So we'll just roll up once again all over into our neutral standing position. Might feel a little easier right now already to lift up through the hands, lift up through the chest. Meet me in Tadasana. Wonderful. Let's take a breath in and out. And then with your next inhale, we'll just take the arms with us. All over the side, you can lift up the gaze. Exhale, pull the navel in, soften the knees, come down to the mat. Take a halfway lift on the inhale. With the exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. We'll end the expansion with a simple vinyasa to ground us back down. So inhaling, rolling forward, shoulders over wrists, plank position. Drop the knees for the exhale, bend the elbows, come down onto your belly. Lift it up on your inhale, back bending from the ground up, safe expansion again. And exhale back down, stay down on the mat, just turn around onto your back until you have the feet underneath the hips. The feet close to the hips but underneath the knees. Shoulders relaxed, hands by your side. And we'll just finish up with 1 bridge pose. So whenever you're ready, you'll start to pull the navel in towards the ground, through the spine, imprinting the lower back. And then giving the weight into the heels, so start to pull the hips away from the mat. A little higher, a little higher, a little higher, until you find this light stretch at the top of the hip bones. Good, nice expansion here. You can place the hands on top even to give yourself a little counter push down while the hips are pushing up. And we'll just breathe into this posture for 2 to 3 breaths, allowing the front side of the body to open up in this steady, safe posture. Last breath here. Deep inhale. And with your exhale, you're slowly letting go of the breath, letting go of the hips, finding yourself on the mat. And then just for yourself, you can finish off your practice, either staying here, maybe letting the knees fall together, or maybe stretching out for a full Shavasana. You definitely deserve it. And just letting the body integrate this expansion, maybe receiving this confidence, receiving one or the other new idea, and just relaxing into it. I'll leave you off here, and I see you back in part 3 of the practice, Inspire. Have a wonderful day.